This is Alan here at the Coffee Festival at Javits Center, and today we're here at Kuxtal Coffee talking to
Scott Bogart.
Adriana Bogart.
Adriana Brogard, and tell us a little more about your product.
Well, basically we're a coffee roaster based out of Austin, Texas area, and we've been roasting coffee for several years now. All the coffee comes from our family's farms in Guatemala, very high-end coffee from Antigua, Guatemala specifically. But in addition to that, we've been introducing other products into the market recently. Been doing a lot of work with the indigenous villages in Guatemala, working with we've sourced a Mayan ceremonial cacao recently, and actually been invited back and attended one of their Mayan ceremonies for the kickoff the cacao season a few weeks ago, which is very unusual. They don't usually invite. I'm actually the only one they've ever invited outside their village to attend. We're doing that. We do something called a Mayan seed coffee that we're introducing to the market, which is a seed that grows on a tree in the rainforest. We're working with an indigenous group and improving their processes, and then we roast it locally, so it's a coffee alternative, superfood, if you will. And then we're involved with teas, some organic teas. All of our products we source from Guatemala, either directly from our family or directly from the farms. And then what we do is we pay these people 3 times, generally about an average of 3 times of what they would normally be paid, because we pay them the exporter's price. And so the exporters generally like to pay them a third of what we pay them. And so it works out for everybody. The villages are very happy. I think it's probably why we were invited down to attend one of their ceremonies, but just to give them a better way of life. And so that's kind of our story. And we're a small family business, and she was born in Guatemala. I met her mother in Guatemala, and lived down there myself for about 15 years, and still have a home there, and it's our second home.
Excellent. So you mentioned a Mayan seed coffee. How's that different from regular coffee in the sense that it's caffeine free? Is it naturally caffeine free, or? Okay,
well, and I should say we call it Mayan seed coffee, but it's not a coffee. It's a coffee alternative, but it best relates in taste and flavor to a coffee. It's completely decaffeinated. It has all kinds of health benefits, full of magnesium and potassium, which is really good for arthritis. It's been a natural cure for the Mayan Indians for thousands of years. It's also loaded with vitamins, some proteins, so it's really full of antioxidants. And there's a lot of studies that are being done right now, and a lot of scientific studies, exactly what it is that's making this such a great product. And it gives people that their doctors have told them, look, you can't drink coffee anymore because you 1 cup a day, but they still want to go through that ritual to do a little pour over and enjoy their coffee in the afternoon. This gives them that option. They can drink this and know they're adding some great elements or nutritional benefits back to their body without having the caffeine.
I'm actually one of those people looking for a coffee alternative. So, I stumbled upon the Mayan seed and I tasted it, and it tastes delicious. I mean, the hot tastes almost like a coffee, whereas the cold is just very light and flavorful.
Yeah, that's why we've decided to introduce it to the market, and it's done a lot differently in Guatemala. They're very rudimentary equipment they've used for roasting and also drying the seed, and so we've been working with them on developing better processes for their drying. My father-in-law is a civil engineer in Guatemala, so he's retired now, and so he's working with me to work with this women's indigenous group from the rainforest that we're trying to improve their processes. But also we're bringing the seed in, and then I'm roasted. I've developed roasts for this product, and then a grinding process where no one else is doing this, and that way we're able to do pour-overs with the product.
Excellent. So if someone would like to look you up for more information online, where would they have to go? Do you have a website associated with your company? Yes,
you can hit us up at www.kuxtalcoffee.com. That's Kuxtal coffee.com. And the other thing I want to mention is some peace accords were signed back in 1996 due to the civil conflict for 35 years. And indigenous groups were given concessions in the rainforest, in the Mayan biosphere. And the areas that this is being harvested from is completely sustainable, and it's grown wild. They were given these concessions, and that's to protect the rainforest from clear cutting. That was part of the deal. they've gone back in now and done studies, and in some areas up to 40-45% reduction in clearing of the rainforest. So it's not only is it helping the locals, it's a great product. It's hopefully going to help lots of Americans and Europeans and anybody around the world. It really does work for arthritis. You know, I can claim to that personally. You'll have to try it yourself. I'm not making any claims that it works for that. However, being high in magnesium and high in potassium, it definitely, for me anyway, has definitely helped. Drinking a couple cups a morning, and again, was one of the reasons we went out and sourced this product. And I think that it works. You know, but again, try it yourself. You know, it's definitely good for you.
I think it's worth trying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.